Hi and welcome to day 25 of this yoga journey. Today will be dedicated to balancing, so we'll be mostly standing. However, we are going to start in hero's pose, so join me here when you're ready. So sitting on your heels, just take a moment to ground through your legs. We'll be off the ground mostly with the majority of the body for this practice. So let's just take a moment to appreciate the ground that is here to support us. Taking a final breath in here and out. Then tugging the toes under and lifting the knees off the ground, so we already find our first balance pose. Maybe you find your balance without your hands, but if you don't worry about it. And maybe reaching the arms towards the front, palms face one another. Inhale, reach that right arm backwards, keeping the gaze towards the front. Exhale, hands come together. Inhale, reach that left arm back. Exhale to the front. Let's do that one more on each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Perhaps hands together in front of the heart. Maybe squeezing the legs together. And then slowly release the arms by your side. Come into standing by extending your legs. So maybe you could already tell that balance is related to movement or stillness. So the more we move, likely the harder it is. But also with gaze, which is something that we'll explore later today. So finding a stance that feels comfortable to just really root down through the feet, which we haven't done today. And then let's shift into the left foot for tree. Keep the right foot grounded by just bringing the heel against the foot or just placing your foot against any other part of your any part of your left leg. And then maybe reaching the arms towards the sky, maybe palms together. And find a drishti, find a focal point that can really help with balance. And if you ever fall out of any of these balance poses, I recommend to come slowly. Often the tendency can be to rush your way back into it, but balance is really nothing to be rushed. So take a breath in, out here. And then releasing the right hand, rested on your right thigh. Left arm grows tall, inhale. And exhale, side bend to the right. So hips go a bit to the left. Reach that left arm to the sky. And then come back. Maybe find your tree again. And then right foot comes to the ground. Let's shake it out. And then we switch sides. So right leg is our standing leg. Standing leg is always slightly bent. Either foot against the leg in that way, or bringing the left foot, whoops, see, too fast, bringing that left foot against any other part of the leg. Maybe arms reach out, or you could find any other shape for your tree. Pushing foot into leg, leg against foot, opening the hip out to the side. Maybe you can feel your ankle really working and balancing out, trying to keep you stable. And falling really isn't failing. Falling isn't the worst part of anything. It's all part of the journey. Then let's release left hand to left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. So the body has to move out of the way towards the right, that we keep our balance. And then coming back to center, maybe releasing the right hand, left hand, and then let's step it back out into the mat. Then finding our way to the top of the mat. You'll soon find out that balance can also be challenged by being on both feet or keeping both feet to the ground. And find a really generous stance, so quite wide in the feet, hands on to the waist. And then taking a big step back with your right foot, both hips face the front of the mat, but the right foot is turned out 45 degrees. So really take up a lot of space in terms of width on your mat. Right knee bends and really making sure the right heel is grounded. And then bending the left knee generously, strong center, reaching both arms towards the sky, warrior one. Allowing the chest to open to the sky. And then reaching the hands behind the back, interlacing them. Taking a breath in, shoulder blades together, and out to slowly bring the torso past the inner side of your left leg, reaching your arms to the sky, humble warrior. Trying to keep the hips facing the front again. And maybe you can notice your left ankle perhaps working a little bit. We're not resting on the thigh, we're on the inner side of the thigh. And then allow your arms, your upper body to pull you back into warrior one. Release the hands, right foot steps forward, hands back on the waist, left foot steps back. So once again, left foot turn out 45 degrees, left heel grounded. Maybe there needs to be a generous bend in that left knee. Bend the right knee, hips face towards the front of the mat, reaching arms towards the sky. Warrior one, proud, strong chest. Then interlace the hands behind the back, shoulder blades together, breathing in and out, humble warrior. So bring the torso past your right leg, hips face the front of the mat. Arms reach up. Maybe you notice, maybe you can even see that right ankle working all the muscles. And then arms, body pull you back up. Release the hands, step it forward and shake everything out. Then taking a wide stance in your legs. So almost like a wide-legged forward fold, but we move then the feet as far out as we can. So they're almost turning out 90 degrees than if they were facing the long edge of the mat. Maybe you can notice this is quite wobbly already. Strong glutes, strong center, hands together in front of the heart, and then bending the knees, sitting a little lower. This is goddess pose. We try to keep the chest, the torso upright. So we don't want to be here just to be lower, but rather we want the chest to be nice, proud and tall. Finding a point that you can gaze towards. Taking 2 breaths in and out. And then release it, extend those legs and step it back, step the feet together. Quite a powerful leg pose as well. Our next pose is dancer. So left leg is our standing leg, the right hand reaches for the right foot behind the body. And you can find a hold of that right foot however you like, on the inner side, outer side, or cupping the toes. And we keep that right knee points down, so we don't want the hip to open outward. And then from here, starting to grow the right foot towards the sky. Torso comes a little forward, left arm reaches away from the head. So we find this little bind in the right side of the body and the left leg. And the left side of the body is extending and finding space, kicking that right foot back, back, back. And maybe finding your way slowly into standing. Perhaps you just like to sigh it out. That always helps me to just release anything that's still present in the body. And then left foot, left hand meet, right knee slightly bend. Already reaching that right arm up. And let's kick foot and hand back, keeping the hips once again facing the short edge of the mat, resisting opening the hip because they could go further up. Notice that right knee working hard. Slowly find your way back. Set the left foot down. Shake it off. Another shape is standing pigeon. So for that, shift into the left foot, right ankle on top of, or right shin really on top of left thigh, hands together in front of the heart, and let's sit down. So bending the left knee, pushing the right heel to the left. Strong legs, strong torso, strong everything. Then gently come back upright, bring the right foot down, and let's just switch into the right foot, left thigh on right shin. Let's sit it down, hands together, elbows wide. And the torso is more or less upright. It's slowly hinging a little forward, but really we want the right knee to bend more rather than bring the torso lower down. Push the left heel away, take another breath in and out. Extend the right leg. Give it all a shake. So if you joined the practice against the wall on day 22, you're familiar with half moon. It's essentially a pose where we bring one leg up and then the other arm down and reach it up. So it's almost like a square or like a cross in a way. So maybe you want to just have the wall here on your side so you can lean against, or try it without. We're just going to explore. It's a journey. Don't worry about it. So the left leg is facing the short edge of the mat. We open the hips to the side this time. And then as we start to lift the right foot, we tilt the torso to the left, and maybe the fingers find the ground. This would be easier if you had a block, reaching the right arm up towards the sky. I keep my gaze down because otherwise I'm shaking and losing my balance. So reach right arm, right foot up, left hand, left foot support you wherever you are. Take another breath in and out. And with strong left leg, come back to standing. And let's switch it around. So right foot is our standing leg. And then open the hip to the side. Reach that left foot up until the fingertips find the ground. Left arm, left leg strong, and right foot, right hand support. Gaze down. Strong legs, strong body. Wherever you are, just take another breath in and out. And then grow tall to standing. Maybe place the hands on top of your body. Perhaps just close your eyes to center yourself. And for a final pose, I recommend to keep the eyes closed to really challenge your balance. It's tree pose, and I prefer to come into it with my eyes closed, and we're just going to keep the foot close to the ground. So shifting into the left leg and just bringing the right heel against your left shin. Toes of the right foot stay grounded. Maybe hands come together in front of the heart space, elbows wide. And just notice how that feels to be without sight, in balance. Maybe you can notice it's quite a lot challenging, but perhaps you've successfully connected to your balancing part and it feels a little more available. Taking another breath in and out. Slowly release the right foot down. Maybe keep the hands as they are. Shift into the right foot. Left foot, left ankle connect to the right leg. Find your blindfolded tree. Slowly release it. Maybe find a wide-legged stance, a little further than hip-width distance apart. To just connect to the body, to the mind. Breathing in and out. Maybe hands together in front of the heart space. As you bow your head, it's a humble gesture of gratitude. Thanking body and mind. Thanking your patience, your self-love during the past minutes that might have challenged you a little bit. Thank you for joining me today. I know that balance can sometimes be something quite frustrating or challenging, but it really is a day-to-day situation. Every day, every leg even is different. So I hope that you feel more connected to yourself even on those days where it maybe was a bit wobbly. I look forward to seeing you again soon, maybe tomorrow for some forward folding.